What is up, YouTubers? How are you on this beautiful Tuesday? As you know, my name is Jared, if you've watched some of my videos. And right now I'm in a plumbing truck, and I'm going to help my friend doing a plumbing call. I just got done reading Infinite Waters, watching one of his videos on abundance, and it kind of stirred me up that I wanted to add more value to your lives. I know that I have a small audience, but my audience is important to me, and I build up kind of a following through the mental health genre, and I want kind of to serve those people. I want to serve more than them, but I want to help people that have mental illness and have anxiety and thought disorders and physical disorders. I want them to be healed, and then I want them to go on and be successful in all categories of their life, and have abundance and have prosperity financially, relationally, spiritually, emotionally. I want their lives to be completely restored. That's my goal. That's my aim with anything I do in life. It's to have that for my life, have that for me, and have it for everyone I meet. And I believe the world is big enough and there's enough abundance that we all can have a prosperous, beautiful life. And it won't mean that we're stepping on the backs or stepping on the necks of anyone else. So today I just wanted to make a video about some topics that were on my mind. One of them being like balding and losing your hair and your look and everything changing, and your kind of identity with that, and also some things that I feel are valuable to me that I've been talking about with my roommate. But one of those things was, how we exchange our time, our life, for a certain hourly wage. And we were thinking about the absurdity of that, and that how wealthy people deem their time more valuable. And so if they calculate how much they get paid per hour, it's like, I know a guy gets paid $1,000 an hour for a coaching session. Corey Wayne, shout out to you, Corey Wayne. My boy, you've helped me so much. Thank you for your teaching on relationships and dysfunctional relationships. If you haven't read Corey Wayne's book, 3% Man, I highly recommend it. He has such great information about polarity and why women would do what they do and why men do what they do. And it's not just about dating, it's about self-improvement. But Corey Wayne, you've helped me so much. I'm so thankful. You've helped my roommate find his girlfriend. You've helped me get much better dates, much better, attract better mates. You've empowered me to stop chasing people that don't like me, empowered me to look at the deeper issues in myself, and realize that I was trying to compensate with a woman instead of going after my dreams, and I'm still working on that. And you kind of encouraged me. I found Tony Robbins through you as well, and I went to a seminar, changed my life. Like he says, you'll never be the same. But anyway, my roommate and I were talking about how we need to value our time more. You all need to value your time more. And are you really okay with getting up every day and going to a job that determines that 1 hour of your life is only worth $25 or $20 or $15 an hour or $30, $40, $50? You could be like, well, that's a lot of money, $50 an hour. That's more than I've ever made. Is it? It is in one sense, depending on the financial kind of background you come from. But in the grand scheme of things, of abundance and financial wealth, that's like $1 million a year isn't that much compared to the multi-millions and billions of dollars that are out there in the market. I mean, look at Trump. He's a billionaire, isn't he? I think he is, but it's just amazing how much money is actually out there. If you can provide a service to enough people, you can be financially free. And you never have to settle for an hourly wage. In my opinion, it's like once your eyes have been opened to the reality of how much money is out there and the opportunities for business, why would you ever go back to that? Like it just makes me so angry. Like I'm in a truck right now. I am going and laboring and putting my physical effort into building someone else's business and someone else's dream in exchange for a monetary value. I will never become wealthy off of this income. It's not built like that. I don't deserve to be wealthy. He doesn't owe it to me. My employer is not there to make me wealthy. My employer is there to provide a wage for me that I agree upon. And that's why I'm here, because I need the money. and obviously treat me with respect and all that, but your employer's job is not to make you wealthy. It's your job to make yourself wealthy. And I hope that you understand that. That's something I never really understood about business. I'm like, oh, I deserve a lot more money. No, not really, because you didn't make a business, you didn't take risks, you're not educated, you don't have value yet. You need to build value. So anyway, the point is, really start asking yourself questions of what's your time worth to you, and then start making those bold decisions, you know? Start making better decisions about how you're going to spend your time. I guess on balding, I've been thinking a lot about balding. Give you a little bit backstory about me. I've always dreamed of being a performer and auditioning for Broadway, and, you know, growing up listening to Andre Bocelli and Josh Groban sing, and have these people that had their own CDs and they performed, and Michael Bublé, and all these performers, they tend to always have hair. And so that's been a big sticking point for me. Like, all these people I look up to, like these comedians, they all seem to have hair, and it's like part of their identity. And I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm never gonna be a performer because I'm not attractive enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I don't have the great, amazing hair, or I don't have that lean, muscular body. My face isn't, I don't have the jaw structure of a supermodel, you know? I don't have the jaw structure of these movie stars. And at some point, I had the revelation that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really how you look. At the end of the day, it's your kind of your persona and your confidence, and it's how you feel about yourself and what you project. You project your internal state onto others, and if you're really unhappy with how you feel, you will project that on everyone. And if you feel good, you'll project that too. So I've learned that there's nothing holding me back. You know, I started taking voice lessons again with a voice teacher. He's awesome. And I'm preparing to audition for Broadway to kind of cross it off my bucket list. It's something I've always wanted to do. Right now I'm plumbing, and I don't really like it. It's not a role I want to be in. I'm very grateful for the opportunity that I've been learning this skill set, but I feel a little bit more dead every day inside. Every day that I do this, I feel a little bit more dead, and it's getting to the point where I'm so unhappy. I'm not exercising. I'm not eating right. I'm drinking on the weekends to try to numb the pain of the week. And I'm at the point now where it's like I either have to make a lot more money so I can have more time and freedom to do the things I love, or I have to change jobs. So I want to build you up and give you some inspiration that if you're in a job that you really, really don't like, I give you permission to change jobs. Even if your friends and families tell you that, you know, you're being irresponsible, you have to wake up and go to work every day. And yes, at some point you need to learn a skill set, you need to stick with something and learn it, but do not be like so many people that just settle into a job that they don't like because they're too afraid to grow. They're too afraid to take chances and risks. It's like, you're gonna have to work hard at something. You might as well work hard at your dreams. As Jim Carrey said about his dad, you can fail at a dream that you don't want. Jim Carrey's father failed at insurance, and he could have been a great comedian like Jim. And that's part of the reason Jim Carrey became a comedian, was because his father was so gifted, and his father taught him. So you can fail at something you don't want to do. You can put all of your energy and time and effort into learning a skill set you don't even want because it's what you believe is responsible, and you believe it's what your parents want. It's like, you just have to make enough money to provide for yourself. And as long as you're doing that, that's all that's required. You know, society tells you need certain things to be happy, and you don't. You know, like, I'm not happy in my career. I'm not happy in this job. And so I'm going to have to change it. And that's just what it is. And hopefully in like 3 months from now, I can update you guys and I can inspire you to take change. Like, my goals are to, you know, start an entrepreneurial business online and to scale it to the point where I'm making $50,000 or $100,000 with residual income, and I don't have to go to a regular job anymore, and I can grow that business. My dream is to move to a warmer climate. I want to move back to California. I want to move to a nice, beautiful place that has beautiful weather, where people exercise and there's availability of fresh food and fresh meat and organic products. I want to thrive. And right now I live in Pennsylvania. I live around Philadelphia, and I'm just stifled, and I feel like I'm just angry because I'm in an environment where the food that's available to me is not quality, and I can't afford to eat the food I want. I hope this is all making sense. I hope this is resonating with people out there, but my consciousness is telling me, hey Jared, it's time to grow. It's time for the next level. You're not happy. This isn't working. Please stop forcing me to begrudgingly just pull myself through the muck. No, take the risks, invest in yourself, take the chances, do what needs to be done to bring happiness and peace and balance into your life, because this is not cutting it. So, yeah, and to go back on the balding thing, if you're a man that's balding, while it's true that maybe you don't look as good as you did with hair, what's also true is that your value and that your attractiveness, your beauty is not solely based on your hair, and that you can be beautiful. You are beautiful even if you have a shaved head and a bald head. Like bald is beautiful. It's a choice, You're not rocking the George Costanza. Just shave it, man. Just get rid of it. Be free, and learn to accept it. And people will say things to you, but someone that really cares about you and is really attracted to your mind and your heart and your face, a quality person is going to think that you're handsome. A quality woman is going to think that you're beautiful, whether you have hair or not, And the same thing for a woman. Like if you have alopecia and all your hair is falling out, you're still beautiful. Like there's still women I've met with bald heads that I think are beautiful, but it's like, worry about what you can control. Work on your skin, work on your body, work on the things that are in your control, making yourself more attractive. And ultimately, the most attractive thing is to be at peace and to be happy and to be giving. So what can you do to make yourself happy and giving and pouring into yourself so you can give to others? How can you be more of a servant to others? How can you add value to other people's lives? So your hair doesn't matter. It's a pleasantry. It's a gift, And if you really want to grow back your hair, I'm pretty sure that if you stick to a very anti-inflammatory diet without sugar and refined food, and you massage your scalp and drink enough water, your hair will start to grow back. People on the paleo AIP diet have regrown their hair. I found a few people that have regrown their hair, bald spots and stuff. I'm still working on it. I have a lot of nutritional problems. I believe I have this thing called pyroluria, which is a zinc and magnesium deficiency in B6. I believe everyone in my family has it. They all have very strange neurological issues, but supplementing with those nutrients has completely changed my life, completely changed my personality. So I'm a big believer in nutrition and food, because it's taken me from I used to live at home. I couldn't keep down a job. I couldn't even keep down a part-time job. I was riddled with depression, anxiety, and all kinds of weird behaviors and twitches and perceptions. And now I'm quote unquote normal. I'm functionable. I can work 60-hour work weeks. I can dream. I have normal functioning emotions, But the other thing I want to add is which I've been talking to my roommates a lot, is pornography addiction, man. It is a real thing. And people think, just watching porn, watching and images of people having sex it's not a big deal. It's a bigger deal than you could ever imagine. Because once you try to stop, your body goes through withdrawal and your mind goes through withdrawal, and you start having these crazy symptoms, and you're like, is this from porn withdrawal? How can this be? And it's because basically there's behaviors that cause a release of chemicals in our body, dopamine. We get addicted, just like gambling's addicting and cigarettes are addicting, and you can be addicted to sex. You can be addicted to anything that gives you that rush in your body, and when your body doesn't have it, you start to go through withdrawal, and it's really scary. It's frightening. But if you're a man or a woman I would highly, highly consider educating yourself on Your Brain on Porn. I'm gonna turn around here. Your Brain on Porn. Checking out that website and looking at some of the things that other people have discovered about it, the science behind it, because in my opinion, it's something that you don't even want to mess around with. Like, why watch porn when you can work on improving yourself and meeting people and socializing and actually finding a real sexual partner? Why fantasize about having sex with these beautiful women? Why not go out and find a beautiful woman that you really like and likes you? Why not put the effort and work in to find the partner of your dreams? Don't escape in fantasy. Like, embrace reality. It really hurts. It hurts to embrace reality. It hurts that, you know, if you're living in your basement with your parents and you're like, no girl's ever going to want to be with me. Well, part of that's porn. Like, porn will make you feel terrible about yourself. No, I'm not knocking porn stars. I'm not knocking the freedom that they have of making whatever they want. But in my experience, me as a porn user and a viewer of porn, I am so much happier without porn. I'm so much happier not watching other people have sex with each other and focusing on me meeting a woman to have sex with, me finding a partner, finding a deep relationship. Porn was a substitute for intimacy for me. I wasn't getting affection and intimacy, and I knew that porn star was always going to be there for me no matter what. If I had a disappointment, if a girl rejected me, you know, basically we have sexual needs, we have desires. I'm a Christian man, but I still have desires. I still have biological urges and desires God's given me, and I'm not married, and so that need was being met in porn. And now I've realized, like, that need needs to be met in God, and that need needs to be met in a woman, in a real woman, in a wonderful woman, and it's not something I can't run from, you know. So, oh wow, I'm passing. That's an old job I was at one time. That's crazy. Those are my thoughts for today. They're kind of random and all over the place, but they kind of always are. But I hope that this has been value to you. Please comment and share. If you felt like it empowered you or it inspired you today. But I want you to live your best life. I want you to become the healthiest, strongest, happiest version of yourself. That's my goal, and I want to keep growing this channel and helping more people. So God bless you. Have an amazing day. Yeah, fight for your dreams. Dream big. Go for it. I'll talk to you soon.